Just how good is this nut? I want to find out. I know you want to find out. I got a sweet team, and we're going to test him out. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here, back from vacation, recording all the videos just for you. I got my coffee this morning. We're ready to go. I'm super excited to test this guy, and I think that he is going to replace Husk in all of our teams. You can see here, Husk missing some gear, and I took gear from a lot of the rest of the champions on my account to make this build. It's not the best, actually, but it is pretty decent, okay? So I got him in Relentless at 279. He's probably got an excessive amount of crit damage. You don't need that much. So if I could change that crit damage into speed, or really we need some more defense percent here. Those two things really might make the build better, but this is the build we're going to go with today. I think one of the best places for his kit is going to be Hydra, and I'm really excited to test him there. I've been thinking that his decrease attack, weaken counterattack AoE here will pair really well with Ugo. So then that way you have block buffs, decreased defense, and then your weaken decrease attack. That's like everything you need against the Hydra. Plus, I want to test him because we have the enemy max HP skill here, and the decreased defense, it's almost like a passive. This is really going to help. Really going to help you do a lot of damage. It is a single target instead of Husk's AoE. However, I'm still super pumped about it. We have a triple hitter on the A1 with the freeze, obviously. That's going to be great in Fire Knight. And then his passive just does a little bit more damage instead of a little bit less. Okay, so let's jump into the Hydra team. And then we will also take a quick look at Fire Knight as well. Okay, I do want to make a note. He is fully booked. He does have masteries. These are the masteries I'm going with for now. They're not set in stone. I don't even know if he needs counterattack masteries because he has counterattack. So that's one of the things that I will be testing here. And I don't know, it's possible that we would go support tree. I don't know. Let me know what you think about the masteries and what masteries you'd like to see. And let's jump into our Hydra team. Alright, so first of all, I do want to run on Nightmare. And the reason why is because I just made a new team for myself on my main account. It was this team, except I had Husk here in place of Nut. And I know that I did about 90 million damage on that run. I think it was over 80 for sure. And I think that Nut is going to do a lot more damage because, as I said, we'll have the weaken, we'll have the counterattacks, we'll have that single target nuke the boss down. Now, I'm not saying everybody's going to have these OP legendaries, right? But you might have Razzlevarg, and you might have a different Reviver, and you might have a different Mischief Tank. So there's all of these potential champion slots. You don't necessarily need these specific champions, but I'm excited about this team, so let's come in here and see the damage. All right, step 1, get the provoke from Razzlevarg. Good. Step 2, land the weaken on everybody. Sick. Step 3, land the decreased defense on everybody. Sick. Step 4, don't fail. We can extend with Krisk, which is great. We can smash with Terrace, who's going to do way more damage now because he has decreased defense and weaken. I guess we'll just A1, yeah, because we're going to skip our turn there. I guess we'll just A1 here. We got it. Wonderful. And then Nut is feared. So let's just skip your turn. Great. He does have the counterattack, though. And especially in this team, I don't think we would want counterattack masteries on him because we're going to be extending the buffs. So knowing what team you're going to be using him in is going to be really important, I think, as to what masteries you would choose. Maybe even more so than some other champions, all right? So I really want to get back around and see this A3 in action. Okay, let's slow it down. We got an extra turn. Relentless. He just did 1,000,000 damage. Every part of the hit gets the enemy max HP. All 3 hits. Plus you're getting the decreased debuff. Oh my goodness, this guy's amazing. And then you can keep up the other debuffs as well. Okay, well, obviously I'm not going to have you watch the whole run. We would be here literally all day. But what I will do, oh, he's going to be so good for freeing your champions. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then with the decreased defense and weaken, that was 45k. So I'm going to let this run through. We'll see how much damage he does. I don't know. I guess we'll compare it. Husk did 30% of the overall damage on this Hydra boss. It was a different rotation though, but it's Nightmare, so we'll cycle through the heads just like we would anyway. I'll let this go ahead, but obviously we have a really nice damage per turn rate here for Nightmare Hydra. We got the provokes going over here, so that's great. I'm kind of speechless. I'm very impressed so far. Do I have good gear on him? Yes. Holy jeez! He just took out a quarter of the health.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay, if there was ever a must-do fusion, this is the one. This is the must-do fusion, guys. You cannot miss this. Pull out all the stops. Use all your saved resources. If you've never done a fusion, do this one. Let's figure it out together. You cannot skip this. You can't. You can't skip this. How are you going to skip this? Alright, I'll skip ahead to the damage. We'll test him in Fire Knight. We'll talk a little bit more. I'm super impressed so far. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But wowzers. Okay, I am just shocked by the damage that Gnut is putting out. It is literally nutty. Just like, watch this. I'm pretty sure it will annihilate the shield and maybe kill the Head of Suffering as well. Boom. Killed him! With the shield, and took all of that down, and granted an extra turn because of the Relentless.
No, that's a lot of damage.
I'm telling you, this guy is absolutely ridiculous. This is a must-do fusion. Must do. Must do. Alright, more damage to come. I'm just going to keep updating because this is ridiculous, okay? We're on turn 122. I have all 4 heads killed. Let's see, 1.5 million here. Ridiculous. You need this guy. I'm going to keep saying it. This might be the best fusion of all time. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna call it here and just end the run. I've been 50 minutes in the run, just to give you a heads up on how long some of this takes. But Gnut got eaten by the Head of Mischief over here. And so that's the whole focus of the video, not getting the most damage possible. Plus, this is almost exactly the same amount of damage that I had earlier today on my main account run. And I know that Husk did 32 million damage, so this will be a good place to see the damage. Let's see it. 90.6. And Gnut did 28 million damage. Interesting. But even though he did slightly less, what he did was he enabled my other damage dealers to do a lot more because of the weaken and the decrease defense sort of passive that he has. Because if we take a look here, each hit decreases the target's defense by 3%. This also does a huge amount to increase the damage of your other champions. Now, I think that this guy is absolutely incredible. Must do fusion. I want to jump into Fire Knight and see what he can do over there, and I'm super pumped about that. So let's see that and then wrap up the video. Alright, so let's come over here to Fire Knight Stage 6 Hard. I don't think that Nut is going to be good enough to do stage 7 through 10. I did do some testing there, and I didn't see it. I didn't see his potential to be able to clear that content. However, I do think that he might be good enough for stage 6 if we can find a consistent team. Now, the speeds on this team are still ridiculous. Don't think you're going to come in here with a mid-game account and Nut is going to solve your Fire Knight hard problems. I did think that that's what was going to happen. It's not. It's not going to happen, okay? And I don't think that this build is really manageable for most people, so I'm not sure that you're going to want to use him in Fire Knight. I think you're going to want to keep farming stage 25 with your normal seer teams or whatever you're doing, because I don't think he's going to be good enough. However, Nut is incredible and a really good champion. Now, I did change his build so that he is faster. He was like 280 speed. Now he's like 330 something speed. And the thing is, I don't think you can run the same build for most players. Like even me, I don't have the gear to get 330 speed while also having, reasonable stats. Like, I just can't do it. So I want him in Relentless for Hydra, but then I can't do hard Fire Knight, so I don't know. Now here, he did the Destroy Max HP skill there, so we're basically dead. And Valk did not put up her shield, so that's not good. So let's see what happens here. Obviously, this is going to take a lot of tuning to get this correct and to optimize this team, but it's just not there yet. It's not there yet. And then, all right, let's see if this is enough. We have the counterattacks up now. I mean, I guess maybe we can't do Valkyrie's shield on wave 2 so that we have it up for wave 3. That's a possibility. Not sure about the answer to that, but we're just adding a lot extra time here and also not keeping the turn meter down. And then here's the ally attack, which will decrease the turn meter. Once the turn meter is decreased, we will get some big chunky hits out of the enemy max HP skill. Look at that. So chunky. So chunky. Like Seer. Look at Seer in comparison. But it's just like, how do we keep this turn meter down? Well, what speed would you need on Nut in order to keep this turn meter down? I don't know. We even have ally attack here. So, Polarium just needs to change the specs on this boss. They really do. It's absolutely in a ridiculous state right now. My current fastest time, I want to say, is 3 minutes and 17 seconds. And this seems like... See, I didn't get the turn meter decrease there, even though he's fully booked. We have some people with counterattacks here, but not everybody. I think that this is worth exploring. Obviously, this is not optimized yet. I think that there are definitely things we can work on. But if we can make a consistent team for even Fire Knight 6 that people can use, or even Fire Knight 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, any Fire Knight hard team that we can make consistent with a good speed, I really think is worth trying. Because you want the ability to get that mythical gear. You really do. And currently, there's not a good way. There is not a good way. But look at those hits, man. That's just nutty. But here, we're almost at 4 minutes, so definitely not the best version of this team. But for those of you who are trying to progress to Fire Knight Hard, like me, I don't run Fire Knight Hard. But I think this could be a good way to do that, you know? So let's go ahead and finish this boss off, Nut. All right, here's the ally attack. Okay, put the shield down. then Gnut's going to take a turn and kill him. Or Seer will, okay? So 418, but 317 was my fastest time. Definitely worth optimizing this and working on. Let me know what your thoughts are about this in the comments. Certainly a ridiculously awesome Hydra champion, okay? And real quick before we go, I just want to test him in Clan Boss, so I'm going to throw that damage in here, and then we'll end the video. Alright, so just a quick little clip here at the end of the video. Gnut did 32 million damage all on his own, basically. He's only putting up weaken and then the decreasing the boss's defense. There's no actual decreased defense. There's no poisons. So Gnut can definitely be used in Clan Boss, even in Bat Eater, similar to how we would use Bellinor. We would put toxic sets on Painkeeper and probably Seeker or a Man-Eater. We would put multiple 2 to 3 toxic sets with Gnut in here as well. Somebody could be in Cursed Gear also. There's a lot of different ways to add more damage to this. I'm super excited to test Gnut in more Clan Boss teams. Thank you for watching. Super cool champion. I'm pumped to use him in Hydra the most. And hopefully I can make that build work for Hard Fire Knight as well. What do you think? Let me know. Have a nice day, and we'll see you guys in the next video.